welcome back to Terrible Inuyasha fanfiction.
I feel like we're kind of like...
This one is written bad on purpose.
I thought you gave me keys.
To the diner, I thought.
But I want in here.
I don't know, I wasn't watching. Please, don't enjoy the show. Inuyasha is walking down the path eating a bag of potato chips. That dumb Kobe thinks she can boss me around all the time. Well, I won't stand for it anymore.
Your Richard Cox impression is terrible.
I'm gonna run away. 5 minutes later. Thar, I'm packed. I hope she gets eaten by something, he huffed angrily. Hi, Inuyasha. No, it's hi, Inuyasha. Oh, hello, Shishomaru. I'm going to kill you, Shishomaru said. He took out his sword and started swinging at Inuyasha before Inuyasha had a chance to swing. Ah! Cried Inuyasha as Shishomaru stabbed him.
Resistance is one of rage and hostility.
Ha 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 ha!
Oh god, what is happening?
This is a special sword I got that will cure you even if you have non-dead healing powers. God, you're dumb. Shit! The fuck? Inuyasha! Said Kagome. Kagome! Said Inuyasha. Inuyasha! Kagome! Inuyasha, no! Don't die! I love you, Kagome. Inuyasha dies. Bah! Now run away with me, Kagome, said Shishomaru. Okay, said Kagome. Are you following so far? I don't want you to get lost.
Okay. I found a fridge. Can I get food now?
No, wait, Kagome. I love you. I was never able to say my true feelings while Inuyasha was alive, but now that he's dead, we'll love each other forever, said Moroku.
Wait,
yeah. Moroku walked over and kissed Kagome. I love you too, Moroku. I never liked Inuyasha. He was mean and ate all my ramen.
The man recognizes.
the fuck, bro?
Falco storms over and hit Moroku on the head with a mallet.
Oh, good night.
How could you, Moroku? Don't you care about me at all? No, I love only Kagome. Well, it's too bad because I love her and I will have Kagome as my wife and we'll have little demon puppies and live forever in my mansion.
Are you talking to Sir Shrubberu? Because
oh, I'm sorry. That was the problem. Is I have no idea who's talking until they're done talking. Well, no, it is too bad. BC, I love her and I will have Kagome as my wife and we will have a little demon puppies and live forever in my mansion. Said Shishomaru, patting his tail, which he wears over his shoulder.
is that what that is?
Both of you stand back. I'm marrying... What? Kagilmir, so there, said Koga and poking Shishomaru and Moroku in the chest. Oh no. Well, she's dead.
Sloan, an innocent victim of his dark path. More collateral damage in the ongoing war. Damned by
She like fucking screaming when it gets wrong.
as much as by her own actions.
Fuck you guys. I'm fine. I'm getting to Emily.
Alright. Oh no, who do I choose? Asked Kagome. The men started fighting over Kagome. Just then Jockin runs out from behind Shesh and hits everybody with his stick thing. They're dead now. There is spelled Their.
Did they break my flashlight?
Oh.
I died.
Author's note. Terribly sorry for the interruption.
Damage.
So that I am not to be murdered by my sister, I would like to rewrite that last line.
Wait, what?
So, terribly sorry for the interruption. So that I am not to be murdered by my sister, I would like to rewrite the last line. There, still spelled wrong, dead now, but Moroku, who is just mortally wounded. Kagome! He yelled, Jockin! Kagome! Jockin! Oh, Kagome!
My flashlight doesn't work in the building.
What? Why wouldn't it? Oh, Jockin, you're such a man! Kagome said. Marry me, Kagome! Said Jockin. Okay, said Kagome. An hour later.
Oh god, my flashlight really doesn't work in here.
We'll get out of there. Oh, she had sent me a story. So as soon as we're done. And I now... Oh, it's fucking... I now pronounce you husband and wife, says Kaede. Just then, Inuyasha bursts into the door. Kagome, what are you doing? We're loving Inuyasha, and there's nothing you can do to stop us. Kagome shoots Inuyasha, and Inuyasha dies again. I wish she had said with a gun, because that would have just been hilarious. But no, she's probably doing a fucking butter. And lived happily ever after with Jockin. The end. So what do you think? Crappy? I hope so. Don't ask me why I wrote this. Just bored, I guess. It was actually more difficult for me to use improper grammar. I kept going back saying, this isn't crappy enough.
Oh, is that the guy who got choked?
Yeah.
The name of a local observatory.
Sweet.
Slim lead, but solid enough. It stirs something deep in his mind. He knows where to go now.
Okay, cool. Have fun outside that door. How come the door closed? Alright. I feel all unclean now. Please review and flame whilst I go take a shower and continue writing those crappy
There were still
fanfiction.
things I need to do.
Hot on the heels of the Herald of Darkness. The champion
Sky Cult's the storyteller. P.S. If I get a single review that says G Sky Cults,
Ah, crap.
I thought this was well written. This is going.
There was still stuff to do. I didn't know that it was gonna leave the map. God damn it.
Alright. Okay, so that was it. Oh, she sent me. No, she sent me two fan fictions. All right, they're on my phone now. So,
a place for a man to witness the magnificence of the universe.
yep. So fucking miss that shit. Well, I mean, people were talking. So, did you get the thing off the?
No, I was gonna go back, but I didn't know that picking up the observatory keys was gonna take me to the observatory.
Okay, this is called gardening. Blah 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 blah.
Ba, 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 ba.
Sighing, Kagome Sighing, Kagome gathered her hair off the nape of her neck and put it into a messy bun. It was so hot outside. Why was she outside again? Oh right, the garden needed to be weeded and planted. Getting on her hands and knees, she reached for a particularly stubborn weed. Grunting and groaning, she was finally able to pull the weed free. Ha! Victory! She exclaimed with a huge grin on her face. Throwing the weed behind her into a growing pile of yard debris, and she put her hands on her thighs. Wow, that was terribly worded. Arched her back and stretched. Standing up in a fluid movement, she bent at her waist to touch the floor, moved to touch her left foot, then finally to her right foot. That felt good. Walking slowly towards her back door, she made sure to give her hips a little extra swing and hid a grin as she made it inside her house and grabbed a bottle of water she kept near the back door.
While I'm reading this.
As a storyteller, my first real love was crime. And it was in that genre that I finished my first novel, starring the perpetually miserable Alex Casey.
Yeah.
I really don't want any more.
Eat one. Do you have a choice between coffee and 3 other flavors?
I wrote 5
Total night and the coffee one.
They all were
Get back in there.
bestsellers. I became rich. I became famous. Success brought pressure.
That was
I didn't
lime.
handle it very well.
What?
Lime.
I know it tastes like a lime. Or lemon. No, it's not very sour. Anyway. I wonder how long it'll take before he finally comes over. Taking a large gulp, she thinks about all the deliciously sinful things she could do to the 18-year-old across the street.
Okay.
I don't know if this is supposed to be the 18-year-old, but Shishomaru hit the wall as he watched her walk inside her house. He was spying on his hot neighbor again, but he couldn't help it. She was so sensual, it was like she knew she was being watched. Shishomaru and Kagome are neighbors.
And he's 18.
I don't know. Who knows? Not clear yet.
15 pages?
Well, taking a deep breath, he closed his eyes and thought over what he had witnessed. She'd exposed the back of her neck to him, which sounds so pathetic, but the graceful curve of her neck always turned him on. Then she was on her hands and knees shaking her ass so he had the perfect line of vision for it, and being an inner yokai, that position resulted in an immediate erection.
Okay.
Moving on. Groaning, he thought about when she stood and presented her ass again. He almost had gone over there under the pretense of seeing if she needed help with the garden. Actually, with that thought, he raced downstairs and told his parents he was going to help their neighbor. He is 18. How does he have parents? His parents are dead. Well, I don't think we met his mother, didn't we?
Shomer's mother?
I thought we did. That was one of the earliest episodes.
No, we met Inuyasha's mother.
Yeah.
And his father's dead. He's the old dog demon or whatever.
Yeah. He made sure to walk slowly so he didn't appear too eager and went to knock on his next-door neighbor's front door. It was promptly answered, but as soon as it swung open to reveal Kagome, Shishomaru's brain stopped working. She was sweaty from working outside. Her shirt was so thin he could see her erect nipples and her shorts. She leaned casually against her doorframe. Your nose is bleeding, kid. Come inside and we'll get you cleaned up. Opening the door wide enough for him to step inside, she smirked, seeing his blush and hearing him continue to stutter. It's always fun teaching young boys how to be men.
Yes, it is.
That's it. That's the whole thing.
Oh, God,
the whole
Dan.
fan fiction.
You sent her that link back. You'd be like, you are a sick son of a bitch.
But she sent me two. She sent me two links.
Better be the continuation of that fight.
I don't know, but that was all of it.
Get me all hot bothered over here. God damn.
Okay. This one is called Bound.
Nah, continue.
Summary. Kagome and Shishomaru are married. She is kinky, and he knows it. So, contains some bondage, BDSM, and some anal toys. I'm being
Hopefully on her.
Yeah, I'm being specific so that everyone can be warned. Read her a written star for the spoiler. Bound. She was different, unconventional, kinky. Her taste ranged into a whole new level of naughtiness that Shishomaru could barely even understand.
Do it in your best interpretation of the announcer from this fucking game.
I'd have to hear him again. In Night Springs. I can do Zap Brain, and that's pretty damn fucking close.
Whatever.
Take if you will. The man in the mirror. That's kind of how he talks.
You're the most handsome man I've seen since I got that grease up my mirror.
Yeah. She dragged him away from the normal and into a world of pure ecstasy. And he succumbed to her reality, her realm eagerly. I'm gonna just read it normally if I can.
Yes, please.
He lay on their shared bed, completely naked, lured by the woman that had introduced him to a spectrum of pain and pleasure, the thin line separating both blurred into non-existence. White ribbons of silk were tied around his wrists, binding him to the headboard of the bed. Oh, he's tied up. All right. His ankles were cuffed closely together, something new as she always preferred his feet apart, perfecting the pose his minx imagined him in. Shishomaru, her voice whispered from the one side of the room. The lights were on, but he was blindfolded, effectively nulling his sense of sight. I don't think he meant to say nulling, and that is kind of what blindfolds do. He heard something roll, then click, a flicker of some sorts, and realized a candle was lit. The sweet scent invaded his sensitive nose. Again, the same process went on until he could no longer smell anything but the candles. He was robbed of his sense of smell.
I get that feeling that the anal toys are not getting used on her.
Yeah, we'll find out. A cold droplet of water suddenly landed on his stomach, and his muscled abdomen flexed by reflex as he gasped in surprise. Did you know, she began, her voice barely above a whisper, that cold can burn as much as hot? I'm pretty sure that's not a thing.
Yeah, that sounds like Punisher logic. With the heat gets so hot it actually feels cold because it burns the nerves off or some bullshit like that. Or you're just poking the guy in the bag with a popsicle.
Yeah, the first thing that came to my mind, I was like, that sounds like Jew devil talk. I'm like, wait,
Jew
what?
Devil? What?
I don't know.
Oh, I was already here.
Shishomaru turned to where the voice was coming from, his breathing slightly quickening as she gave him the tiniest of hints of what was about to occur. His formerly flaccid members started gaining girth and size, bobbing as it became fully erect. Oh, so eager. Another cold droplet, but this time on his foot, as he retracted his feet upwards. He had sensitive feet.
Wait a moment, it's you. I can't believe you dare show your feet around here again.
Uh-oh. The firemen are here.
They've been here the whole time.
Oh, it's time for next
All right,
episode.
we'll fight these guys off next time. Ah.